Hi, welcome back to the Ascension Playground. My name's Ursie, and today I'm playing again with Anne Marie. She's our angel star rising. Hi, Anne Marie. Well,
Thanks
we're
for
in
having
this.
me back.
You're welcome. And I know little Augie, your puppy, is going to maybe have a cameo appearance once in a
He's
while.
glaring at me at the moment.
Okay.
He'll probably jump up in a minute. Hopefully not. Hopefully he'll stay.
Well, I love to play with colors and the rainbow, and you're my bestie buddy to play with all things with the stars and the angels. And so today, Annie's going to help me out with a reading from her new book called Star Tales of Mother Goose. I just love that whole idea. So we can learn about what's up in the heavens through the lens of Mother Goose on our playground.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you want me to just leave through and you tell me when to stop?
Well, let me first ask you, how'd you find that book, and what's your love of the stars, like as a little kid?
Well, I found this book on a podcast. Again, I listen to lots of podcasts. And the author is Mary Stuart Adams, and it's illustrated by Patricia DeLisa. But Mary Stuart Adams was on, and I'm trying to remember the name of the podcast, and the gentleman's name is Adam Salmner, is the individual who was speaking to her. And so the whole idea of just, I don't know why it clicked so much. It was like just how she took the constellations and the stories and combined them with the stories of Mother Goose. And so I was just like, that's fascinating. And because I have grandchildren, I thought I need to get these books. And so I ordered a whole bunch of them for each of my grandchildren, and I ordered one for myself as well. So,
well, I went to check on Amazon, and you must have ordered all of them because I couldn't find one for sale. So when they reprint, I'm going to be getting one because I just love the idea of tell us the stories and the simplicity of the heavens. So it's easy to understand as we begin our love affair with looking beyond Earth and beyond just the known planets in astrology. Like, let's look at the broader constellations.
Yes, exactly.
And if anyone has missed it, Anne Marie and I, we did 3 little chats around a program called Star Seeds Astrology. But today she's going to offer me a free reading from the book. So the way we do this, we don't have a card deck, but using the book, she can ask and I will include my energy for tell us the Mother Goose story of the stars that best matches Ursula's energy in this now moment. And when we say that 3 times as she's, flipping through the book, we'll say that 3 times, or she can say that for me, and then I'll tell her when to stop. And this is how you can use a book as an oracle deck. Does that make sense? I just like to play, and so not every fantastic book like the one you have has an oracle deck to accompany it. So we're just improvising.
But we're going to knock the energy out just in case.
The old energy.
And then from our heart, going to breathe into it.
Show us the energy of Ursula.
The energy of Ursula today.
In this now moment. Show us the energy of Ursula in this now. Show us the energy of Ursula
in this moment.
Oh, I think I'll just let you keep flipping through the pages and I'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, scroll through. I'm teasing. I'm like, coffee. Okay, keep going and stop.
Okay.
Which one did we land on that matches my energy?
We landed on Little Bo Peep.
Oh. Little Bo Peep, where's all my sheep?
Yes. Have you ever been told when you're trying to sleep that it's best to start counting some fat little sheep? You can find them up there as they're circling by, where Bo Peep is chasing them all through the sky. They pretend that they're bears and they don't stay in place, circling around without leaving a trace. But look for their tails, you'll find them, I know. Then Bo Peep, she can herd them all in a neat row. For they always come home, no matter how far, 'cause always they're circling their favorite North Star.
Oh my goodness.
So then there's a lot that I don't know that we want to go through this whole history and stars for Little Bo Peep. But it is Ursa Major and Minor, which is Ursula Major and Minor.
Isn't that wild? Like, you just can't make this stuff up. So my energy in this now moment is reflecting back to me my name. Ursula means little bear, which is Ursa Minor. Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's okay. So let me see if I can. Okay. So in the first historical use of the term Bo Peep seems to have been in the 14th century in reference to a type of punishment known as being stood in a pillory, a wooden framework with holes for the head and arms, usually erected in a public place. The record of the day describes how a poor alewife was shortchanged her customers and was forced to play Bo Peep through a pillory. To play Bo Peep still meant the same thing 200 years later, only now references to sheep had entered into the description, as though to stand with your head poking through the stalks was to be like a sheep sticking its head through a fence row to get the greener grass on the other side. In the first act of Shakespeare's King Lear, to play Bo Peep meant to play a game of peekaboo. Finally, in the 19th century, the first printed version of the traditional verse appeared. Every night in the Northern Hemisphere, there are 5 of these circumpolar constellations overhead: a king, a queen, 2 bears, and a dragon, moving round and around through the sky, never disappearing from the nightscape as they circle the pole star Polaris at the tip of the Little Dipper's handle.
Wow.
Yeah, and nearby this quintet, but technically not circumpolar, is the constellation Bootes. And Bootes was first named by Homer in his Odyssey as a celestial reference point for navigation, and was known in many traditions as the bear herder because he seems to herd both the bears, Ursa Major and Minor, around the pole star. But whoever heard of a bear herder? And come to think of it, whoever heard of bears with such long tails?
That's right. Some of the old pictures, the bears have these tails that are like pretty long.
Yeah. Scratching the surface of the star names in the circumpolar region of the sky reveals that there are many starry references here to sheep, like Alioth in the Big Dipper's handle, which means the fat tail end of the eastern sheep, and Alderamin in Cephas, which means flock. Eri, also in the region of Cephas, means shepherd, and Kappa Cephi means lost sheep. So instead of being a bear herder, Bootes could rightfully be referred to as a sheep herder, and the bears, Ursa's Major and Minor, are his sheep. Then, rather than considering this constellation a male named Bootes, we find instead a little girl named Bo Peep, who has lost her sheep because they keep circling away from her through the sky.
Wow. Thank you, Mother Goose, Anne Marie. Wow. Well, let me offer a little feedback. One,
Yes,
my name is, attached to the story, so sometimes this oracle book can work.
Yeah.
Secondly, I have 2 cute little corgi puppies. One's named Teddy Bear, and one's named Sophie Bear. And I was like Ursa Bear. So this idea of me having bears. And then my friend Krista, who maybe will join us on the playground one day soon, she does animal totem readings. She can tune into your energy. And wouldn't you know, my dominant totem animal is big brown bear. So,
Oh.
and then I have a friend named Tammy, and she went up to Alaska to see the Northern Lights. And she kept saying, the North Star and Polaris and all these bear images just reminds me of you, Ursula. So this idea of navigational, how we navigate using the North Star and the bear, that makes me feel happy. But I didn't know a little Bo Peep in the stockade and stick in my head.
I probably should have skipped that part, right?
Did I forget to give the change? Did I skim off the top?
Oh, no.
So, also, when you mentioned boots, I got really excited because, I always imagine on galactic terms, I just love the story of what it is to be an Arcturian. And I think Boots is in the constellation of Arcturus. Is that correct?
Yes, look, here's a picture. I don't know if we can get it very well.
Okay, I can see
Let's
it.
see Bo Peep right down here.
Yeah.
And then Arcturus is right here.
Oh, but is there really a constellation called Bo Peep, or are we just using that?
Boots is Bo Peep.
Oh, Boots is Bo Peep.
Boots
Okay.
is Bo Peep. It represents.
I see.
And then Polaris, the Little Dipper and the Big Dipper are the sheep that are running around.
I see. Okay.
So
wow.
You can see that in the picture. See these
wow.
sheep. This is Polaris and the Little Dipper.
Yep, I see it.
The Big Dipper.
Now, since you've got the book right there, can you tell everyone the big word circumpolar?
Circumpolar.
What does circumpolar mean so that we all are on the same page?
The North Star.
It goes around without dipping.
Like it's up in the sky and they just go around. Sorry, my hands disappeared. It's not, they don't go under the earth and then back up. They just stay where you can see them. Yes.
Okay, so they like orbit around and around, circumpolar, so they never cross the pole like the equator.
Right.
Or under.
The ecliptic. Yes.
The ecliptic. These are some star terms. I just want to make sure if we're going to play on the playground, we're looking up at the right star. But little Bo Peep, I just love that image, I'm trying to be more in touch with my feminine side because, Bo carries that big stick, like, get over here, and if you've ever tried to herd corgis, oh my God, their job is to herd sheep. Did you know that? They're sheep herders. They were bred for herding. That's why they have the little small or no tail. Yeah.
They have the cutest little butts. I love all the little videos online of like putting a corgi in water and their little butt floats. And they look like loaves of bread.
I know. There's something called the sploot. The sploot is when the female can put her paws forward and her back one's out like a pancake. Yes. You're like, how do you do that? But the males, I don't think, can do that. So.
Oh. I had bulldogs. I had one of my bulldogs could do that too. She would lay down and she would be in a sploot.
Sploot. Yes. Well, thank you so much for bringing Mother Goose with the stars. And we'll add the information in case we've inspired anybody to go ahead and buy a book to start talking with children, grandchildren, adults, tea parties, online,
learning
whatever.
The constellations and how they can be seen through the eyes of a child.
Yeah. And instead of don't look up, we're going to say, just look up.
You never know what you'll find.
I know. Just watch the birds. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for giving me that great reading. Now I feel more connected to Boots, Bo Peep, and I understand what circumpolar means a little more.
Yay.
You really are the angel star rising. Thank you, Augie. See you next time, Anne Marie.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.